Good morning, everyone. My name is Sharda, and today me and Samantha are going to understand and examine how strong collaborative partnerships with families and communities promote children's learning and development. In this presentation, informed by Early Years Learning Framework and National Quality Standard, Quality Area 6 places a strong emphasis on building partnerships and recommends strategies to do so for fostering inclusive practice in the classroom. So, the early childhood development consists of interdependent domains like cognitive, socio emotional, and physical development, which thrive through strong relationships between children, educators, families, and communities. Through strong collaboration between families and educator, we can ensure inclusive practice in the classroom where every children feels safe, included, and has equal opportunities. This is only possible when all the families from diverse cultural backgrounds get involved in co-designing for curriculum for the children's learning. So let's talk about National Quality Standard. National Quality Standard Quality Area 6 establishes respectful, reciprocal relationships between educators, families, and communities to support children's well-being and inclusion. As families are regarded as the primary educators, they can contribute cultural and linguistic insights. Also, with families and educators, collaborative approach, we we can integrate diverse cultural perspective in the learning experience plan to ensure inclusion and reduce barriers for holistic development of the children. The National Quality Standard Quality Area 6, the key elements. The National Quality Standard, particularly Quality Area 6, highlights the importance of building strong collaborative partnerships with families and communities to support every child's learning and well-being. Under this standard, Quality Area 6.1.1 encourages families to engage effectively with the service, helping to build trust and ensure smooth transitions for children from diverse backgrounds. Equality Area 6.1.2 focuses on respecting families' values, beliefs, and cultures and embedding this into the curriculum to create culturally inclusive practices. Meanwhile, Quality Area 6.1.3 ensures families are supported by providing information and resources that promote both parenting confidence and children's well-being. Together, these elements create inclusive, respectful relationships that strengthen children's sense of belonging and support their holistic development. Now, let's discuss about some EYLF principle overview. The EYLF version 2 provides an equitable framework for building strong partnerships with families and communities. Our principle 2, which focuses on partnerships, emphasizes reciprocal relationships where educators and families learn from one another as co-educators. This shared approach ensures that every child's learning is supported both at home and within early learning environment. Principle 7 highlights respect for diversity, acknowledging and valuing different cultural perspectives, including Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders' ways of knowing, being, and doing. Together, this principle builds trust and mutual respect, allowing shared knowledge and collaboration to drive inclusive practices that are supported for all the children's developmental and learning outcomes. EYLF practices. The EYLF practices put principles into action in early childhood setting. Practice 2, which is responsiveness to children, uses family input to guide learning, ensuring it reflects each child's background and interest. Well, practice 7, learning environments, focus on co-designing inclusive, safe, and culturally rich spaces with families. Together, these practices value voices, promote belonging, and support every child's development. EYLF learning outcomes. EYLF or learning outcomes 1 and 2 help measure the effectiveness of collaborative partnerships. Outcome one focuses on children developing a strong sense of identity connected to their family, culture, and community. Outcome two emphasizes children's ability to engage with and contribute to the world around them. Together, these outcomes reflect how well partnerships with families and communities support children's inclusion, confidence, and holistic development. Enhancing learning through collaborations. Partnerships strengthen children's overall development by weaving family traditions and knowledge into play based learning. Providing interpretive language support helps children feel included and confident, while engaging local elders deepens cultural awareness and respect. Together, these practices promote equitable, inclusive, and culturally rich learning experiences for all the children. Research insights. Research from area shows that international family engagement in play-based learning enhances children's confidence, sense of inclusion, and emotional well-being. Similarly, collaborative studies by ESQA and SNAICC highlight the value of co-designing curriculum with Aboriginal families. This approach strengthens children's cultural identity and support their holistic development, aligning closely with UILF Outcome 1. In 2024, the European Federation Education Employer Project examined challenges faced by vulnerable children and families across multiple early childhood education care sites. The study found that family workshops and curriculum co-design effectively promote inclusion, belonging, and socio-emotional development. So now I would like to request my friend Samantha to continue the presentation. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Samantha Kumari Groom. From here on, I'll be continuing the presentation on building strong collaborative partnerships with families and the communities. My friend has already talked about how building strong partnerships with the families and communities promote children's learning, inclusion, and their development. And she also linked collaborative partnerships with the EYLF learning frameworks, principles, learning outcomes, and the practices, and also to the national quality standard, quality area 6. So here in my presentation I will be talking about the some of the practical strategies on how early childhood education and care services can build and maintain strong partnerships with the families and the communities, with some examples. I will also present on assessment strategies such as reflection and feedback, which help sustain these partnerships. So the importance of collaboration. Collaborative partnerships or collaborative relationships are central to quality education and care because children learn best when educators, their families, and their community members work together. The learning frameworks EYLF version 2 and the National Quality Standard Quality Area 6 are focused on building strong collaborative partnerships with the communities and the families. Both frameworks highlight that trust, respect, and shared decision making are essential. When educators communicate openly and value family input, children's learning becomes more meaningful. Now, talking about some of the practical strategies on building effective or strong collaborative partnership with the families and the communities. The first one is to maintain two-way communication. So strong collaborative partnerships start with everyday communication. It can be a simple interactions like the families picking up their children, or at the drop of times they can have casual chats with the educators, or it can be through the newsletter or the authorized apps. And this helps the families feel informed and respected. As per Murray 2025, he said that families feel engaged when educators listen to them and respond to their feedbacks. The second strategy is to co-design curriculum with families and embed culture. Families as children's first teachers build trust, as per Hartley et al. 2025. So co-designing curriculum is another effective approach. Since families they come from different backgrounds, they bring valuable traditions, cultures, languages, and perspectives. So inviting them to share stories or inviting them for cultural celebration supports children's identity and sense of belonging. So collaborating with likewise, collaborating with the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander elders as guided by EYLF version 2 also strengthens children's connection to the country and the community. The third practical strategy for building effective partnership is partnering with schools, councils, and libraries and the local authorities. So that is the community partnerships, like with libraries and all. So all these places, the local authorities, it extend learning beyond the service. For instance, a visit from a nurse from about hygiene, or a police officer like say the early childhood education and care service invite guest speaker policemen to talk about the traffic lights and the safety things. So this is teaching the children real life experiences, and in the meantime they are developing a strong collaborative partnership with the communities. Children also experience a smooth transition to a new environment when their families, educators, and the school teachers share information and expectations. Simple example could be giving the children's personal portfolio to the school so that the children are supported when they move from preschool to schools, because of the partnership and the communication between the educators and teachers, their interest and learning will be supported. The fourth practical strategy is hosting family learning workshops, such as some examples could be well-being workshops or sustainability workshops. So, for example, through the workshop waste management, families and children can contribute to sustainability in their own little ways. So now, with the practical strategies on building effective collaborative partnership with the families and the communities, there are some assessment practices. So in order to keep partnerships strong, services need to review how well they are working. So first one, continuous assessment ensures improvement. Assessment is not just about children's learning and their progress, it also measures the quality of relationship between the services and the community and the families, whereby the services can make improvements. It can be done by collecting regular feedbacks from families and communities. Another assessment tool is to use checklist, which is linked to quality area 6. So quality area 6 is basically about building collaborative partnerships with the families and the communities. For example, in the checklist, we can include some of the items like how many times the family is participating in the decision making, or the frequency of family communications, or we can also record cultural inclusiveness and so on. So include family input in children's portfolio. So reviewing children's portfolios help educators see what is effective, including family insights make the assessment more authentic. Reflection and improvement. The early childhood education and care services should hold moderation meetings with families and staffs. Educators can track trends and make informed decisions by analyzing the feedbacks collected, attendance records, and engagement data. Second one is foster fairness and shared accountability. So involving families and community representatives makes the program transparent, and it encourages shared responsibility. Integrate findings into QIP. So the results and findings from the assessment must be included in the QIP, that is a quality improvement plan, to enhance quality services. For example, if the family say that digital communication is far more better than the paper notification, the service provider might implement multilingual digital updates. So therefore, the services partnership with the families and the communities becomes stronger when their feedbacks are taken into consideration and proper improvements are made. Encourage reflective culture across the service. So reflecting on what worked well and what needs improvement is essential for the service, for the early childhood education and care services, to maintain their service quality and to maintain their partnership with the families and the communities. Now, in conclusion, effective collaboration among educator, families, and communities is essential to achieving high quality outcomes for children, for their well-being and for their development and learning as well. It enhances belonging, well-being, and children's learning. The two learning frameworks emphasizes collaboration of the services with families and communities. So strong collaboration partnerships are built on communication, trust, inclusion, and shared responsibility. The strategies for building collaborative partnerships with families and communities and the assessment tools like reflections help early childhood education and care services create an environment that promotes children's well-being, learning, inclusivity, and development. It gives the children a sense of belonging because they feel secure, they feel safe in the service in the hands of the educators, because they see their families and the services, their educators collaborating and working together, so they get the sense of security. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you so much.